Hey guys, it's RJ with The Variant, and we are here one more time. It is Friday, and what do we do on Fridays again?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Buy ice cream.
No.
That was a hint.
It wasn't that.
Oh.
It was something. What are we doing here? It's Action Figure Fridays. That's why these action figures are right here.
Oh, wow. Explains a lot.
So, again, if you guys watch us regularly, and I don't believe any of you do, it's usually Marvel Legends or Star Wars. But this season we were like, let's do something different. We got a new sponsor. We've got McFarlane Toys is one of our new sponsors, and they are super cool. They provided us with figures. These are not McFarlane Toys this week, though. This is something that we just decided to do because we saw them, and they were super cool, and it's He-Man. If you just watched our intro, we basically ripped off the He-Man intro at the very beginning of the old He-Man cartoon. The ding! Yes, I had Ellie's photography make that intro for us when she still lived in North Carolina. Rip Ellie. Just kidding, she's not dead.
So long?
So, yeah. Bye, Ellie. We love you, but yeah. Anyway. So we are going to do some He-Man figures today. They're called the Masters of the Universe Origins line. They are basically updated versions of the original Masters of the Universe figures. Supposedly they have like way more articulation and detail. They're not just like the big chonky figures that are like, with the legs and then a power punch on everybody, and that's it. So why don't we check them out? As usual, we have the lovely and talented Charlie Rocket Cosplay here with us, who is wearing her He-Man t-shirt. And so why don't you take it away, Charlie Rocket?
Should I start with Battle Cat?
If you want to.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not start with the biggest and baddest?
The biggest and baddest cat.
Battle Cat. Yeah, the biggest and baddest cat specifically. Okay.
It's just because it's a cat.
It is. That is why. Now I know a majority of you, if not all of you, like cats. So this is the one.
Yes.
This is the one for you.
I mean,
A giant green and yellow tiger cat.
Who doesn't want a giant green cat?
Yes. Okay. So he looks amazing. This helmet and armor has some rubber bands on it to keep it on for now, but you can take it off and see his pretty tiger face. Rah! Now his eyes are the same color as the rest of his body. They are not glowing yellow like it shows on the box.
I mean,
but they have the glowing yellow eyes on the helmet, so when you put it on, he still has that effect. Rah!
So basically you can't use this without the helmet.
No, you can't. He can't see.
Don't do it.
He just got green eyes.
I mean, is that like a paint mistake maybe?
Maybe.
Like you'd figured he'd have white pupils.
Something. He does have a little black dot, so you know it's an eyeball.
I mean, they knew something was supposed to go there, they just didn't know what.
They weren't sure what it was. Now, the armor on the back, the saddle / armor, there's a rubber band on here that keeps it on, but there's also a belt at the bottom that really keeps it on. You don't need this rubber band. It was just for the packaging, but you could also use it to keep it in place.
Use it for your hair. Use it for rubber banding. What
braids.
What does anybody rubber band anymore?
I don't know.
Just hair.
A bundle of sticks. Matches.
Yes, because people use matches all the time.
And bundle them at that. Anyway, back to the figure. So his legs move in two places. They move at the shoulder part and is it called an elbow if it's a cat? I don't know.
Yeah, they still have elbows, I think.
Or did we just say that?
I mean, maybe they call it something else.
And his meow meow here.
Cats, write in and tell us what your elbows are called.
Yes, please. His neck moves, the head moves, and the mouth moves.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Cool.
And his tail can spin in circles and also move up and down.
Fancy.
Same thing with the back legs. It's just attached at the hip and then right there at the knee, if it's a cat knee. And that's about it. I mean, that I think is more than standard for a cat figure. I'm not sure how many cat figures I have open, but oh, and his head moves side to side.
Oh, that's cool.
I think that's really awesome because you could really pose him any kind of way.
One question I have, so like on the bottom here on his belt, if you turn it and show, there's like different belt holes. But like, why would they need extra belt holes? Because he's just...
They know what size he is.
They know what size he is. Like, I mean, that's kind of the way the original one was. And I always wondered about it back in the day. Like, what are these extra belt holes for? Like, are you going to put that saddle on Skeletor at some point? And like ride him around the room? Or like... I mean, is that like a Ram Man thing? I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good question. Because, yeah, it does go through and then it has a ton of notches on this belt. I'm not sure why that is.
Shrug.
But, yeah, I mean, he's pretty cool. I think he's awesome. The paint job is pretty, standard. It's just green with some yellow stripes. It's not, like, the most detail. All of his fur is... sculpted in there.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I mean, I don't know how much more you can ask for with the tiger, though.
Here's a little bit of history on the He-Man line. The original Battle Cat figure was literally like just a statue. Like it didn't move. Like it had like one pose. And it was originally not even Battle Cat. It was like Big Jim's Panther or something, like some weird like random 70s statue that the toy producers back in the day were like, hey, let's just mold this and give him a cat to ride. And then they took the exact same one and they made it purple with that like felt flock. Yeah. And then that was Skeletor's cat Panther. So like
upgrade.
Yeah, upgrade.
Definitely an upgrade. Pretty standard.
Cool. Damn. Sweet Battle Cat. Alright, I'm going to go for the biggest toy in my pile now.
Yay!
And that is Prince Adam with the Sky Sled. Now, there's always that scene at the beginning of He-Man cartoon where Prince Adam is like riding this Sky Sled. And the Sky Sled was originally like part of, I don't know, it was like their blue battle wagon thing, and I don't remember what it was called, but the Sky Sled always came off the front, and people used the Sky Sled more than the whole thing put together. So they decided to give us a super detailed, cool, just straight up Sky Sled. And there are more rubber bands than I thought on this guy. But, oh, there we go. Alright, so, Sky Sled comes with Prince Adam. Prince Adam, if you don't know, is the secret identity of He-Man, which he doesn't even wear glasses like Superman to change this up. He just kind of goes with it. Man, I thought we cut all the rubber bands on this. Where's the quality control?
This is the tradition.
Where's our production people?
You have to at least
That's me.
have one with rubber bands.
Yeah. He's just...
Oh yeah.
Like it's just wedged in his leg. I don't even... Like... Yeah, come on. Come on, Prince Adam. Why is everybody giving me crap today?
There he is.
We're just going to leave him there for just a second. Alright, so there's some assembly required with this, which I don't know if I'm qualified to do, but we're going to figure out. Man, there's like a bunch of pieces with this too. So it comes with a stand. I'm going to guess that stand just pops in there. Oh, it's got like a bendy...
Oh, wow.
Adjustable stand. I don't know how this goes in. Well, it's going in that way now. And that goes on there.
Oh.
And so he's got like a thing.
That's awesome.
Alright, so this also comes with some other parts. I'm not sure what they're all needed for, but we're going to find out, guys. because that's what we do here.
Yay!
We put things together and break things and then tell the toy companies that we bought them from how we broke them. Alright, so it looks like, I'm not even sure of the validity of this or what this is for, but so if you see like this sky sled has like this little dragon on the side, and then you can take that off and put like this little red dragon on the side. I don't know.
Do you want a different dragon?
Like, I'm not sure why. Like, I'm not sure what the point of it is. It looks like you can also replace the head somehow. Oh, the head just pops out. You can replace the head with this head. And again, I don't know, like,
That looks
is
like
one
a bird head?
maybe one's more comic accurate or cartoon accurate, maybe. Like, the whole set seems super cartoony, but it comes with both of these, so you can put, you know, whichever one you want on what side. The sky sled, the guns don't move, even though they look like they should. This gun in the front does move. Yeah, there's not much to it. It's just like a big, it's got some details. So like on the like little display screen.
Oh, yeah.
Thing. And yeah, so it's a display thing. Let's see if we can get this rubber band off of Prince Adam finally. Somehow I don't think so. I don't know, like yank
It's
his
like-
leg off. All right, so right off the bat, I'm just going to tell you that these are definitely more articulated than the ones from the 80s. So, you know, you've got wrist articulation, you've got elbow articulation, you've got shoulders go in and out. I don't feel like there's any rock out action. The legs are on pegs instead of rubber bands from the 80s. The knees and ankles twist. The feet twist and bend. You can get like really out of sorts with the joints on this though, because like they seem a little loose, and it could just be this figure. We'll check out that issue on some of the other figures. Of course, there's this rubber band I still can't get out of his leg, but we'll figure that guy out later too. It's not coming. But yeah, he's got some footholes and some pegs, which I don't remember the original He-Man figures having footholes. They had like nowhere to stand, but they were just such big chonky boy figures that that's the case. And then yeah, his hands go on here, and he can ride around on his sky sled, and they can play that song that they memed.
Right.
Like I say, hey, yeah. It comes with like a little blaster thing to put on the end of his pew pew, and he's got his pink Prince Adam sword, because
So beautiful.
you know no one ever thought that Prince Adam was He-Man because he was just such a coward and a layabout. Is that what you call it? Layabouts?
A layabout?
That they're just like lazy.
Sure.
Lazy princes. I don't know. And yeah. So that's a pretty cool piece that we never had in the original line. I dig it. I mean, we had a Prince Adam, we had a sky sled that came with whatever that ship was back in the day, but to have his own thing, that's kind of cool. I dig it. And it's got a stand, you can display it. Once again, no one's gonna not know that He-Man's Prince Adam. They're all gonna know, because he's not wearing like glasses or something to disguise himself.
Hide his identity.
Hide his identity. But I would have liked to see like something to put the sword in his back. You know?
Yeah.
So he can like fly and not have to carry a sword while he's trying to drive.
Right.
So.
Well, I am going to open up Evil-Lyn. Evil-Lyn. Evil-Lyn.
Evil-Lyn.
Evil-Lyn.
Evil-Lyn. Evil-Lyn.
Lyn.
Evil-Lyn.
Lyn is evil. Anywho, I'm going to open Evil-Lyn.
Hey, I want you guys to. I want you to show them this package first.
Oh,
of all.
yes.
Because so we're opening our figures, obviously, and we found these at Walmart in North Carolina. A Walmart. I won't tell you which one. You know, it was.
Add them in the comments.
Anyway.
No, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, the point is that you know, we open ours anyway, so you know, a figure in a crushed box to us isn't a huge deal. Like, we'd like to show you guys like how cool they look in the packages, but at the end of the day, we're opening these. So if you're one of these people that just goes around crushing boxes so nobody will buy it, you know, you kind of suck. Like, that's just rude. But on the same token, like, Walmart, where's your quality control? Like,
Yeah.
you guys can easily not run the boxes over with forklifts or whatever happened to this figure. And that's like, that's not just a one-off either. Like, literally all these He-Man figures that came from this same Walmart were just crushed. So again, I know the collectors won't buy them if they're crushed. That doesn't mean somebody should just go around crushing them so, you know, your kid could get a set.
Right.
I mean, from what I've seen at Walmart, there's tons of these out there. They're not like limited edition. Like, they're Walmart exclusive, but they're not like super hard to find. Anyway, that is knowing is half the battle. Public service announcement. You know, don't crush figures just to be jerks, I guess. I don't know.
So
Evil-Lyn.
Evil-Lyn
Evil-Lyn.
was very easy to get out of the package, but this a little prop here, which I'm assuming is like a scepter or something, was fully wrapped in plastic and then taped up for just just this one little piece.
Wow.
That took some work there, and it is just a staff, like a stick with a ball on the end. It's got a bird claw holding the scepter. Yeah, I mean, she looks pretty cool though, actually. I think the paint job on her face is awesome. A lot of times the female characters have wonky makeup, something's crazy, but this girl looks like a classy drag queen, so I take that as a compliment any day. She looks amazing.
With that Simpsons color
Yes,
skin.
her Simpsons neon yellow skin. She probably was near some radiation or something. But yeah, her arms move at the shoulder, up and down and around. Pretty standard. At the elbow and at the wrist. And her legs are the same way. At the hip, knee, and the toe, well, the foot. But it also spins in a circle right in the middle of her shin. I see that sometimes when like the boot is just middle of the shin length. So the boot turns, but the whole leg doesn't, which is interesting. And then of course her waist moves around. Does her head? Yep, and her head. Great. But yeah, I mean, pretty basic, not too much to it. But I think she looks cool. I think her outfit looks cool, and yeah, I mean, not a lot to Evil-Lyn.
Yeah.
If you've seen her on the show, I mean, this is what she looked like.
I mean, I will say that, like, you know, they definitely added this articulation. You know, none of this was there in the 80s. Like, it was, like I said, literally up and down arms, head side to side, legs. The legs were on rubber bands, so they were like, you know, hit or miss as far as posing. And then power punch action, which I haven't seen yet. Like,
Yeah.
The Prince Adam definitely did not have like a power punch where you like pull the guy back and he swings.
Yeah.
So
Not at all.
kind of missed the power punch, guys. Like, that was a cool function.
But that being said, still an upgrade.
Yes, definitely an upgrade.
She's pretty cool though.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go with another classic He-Man villain, Beastman. Again, he's in a mangled package, but that's okay. Again, so these come with comic books. These are definitely brand new comic books. I don't know who drew or wrote this. It doesn't say, but I can see.
Are they all the same comic book?
I don't know, is it?
Yes.
Alright, so that one is the same as that one. Yeah, it looks like they're all the same comic book. Okay, so that's a little disappointing. Like, they could have came out with different comic books. But you know what? This could also be like the comic book for Wave 1. Because they are continuing this line as far as I know. Alright, so Beastman, the evil master of beasts.
Got a rubber band.
Yeah, so he's got a rubber band on his elbow. I thought that cutting open the regular packages we're going to do it on these guys, but I guess they're rubber banded in. And let's see what he comes with.
Oh, his item is wrapped up too.
Alright, so the original Beastman came with, his little thing here, but he also had like elbow pads maybe? Or knee pads? I don't remember. And a whip. And I can see his whip in here. Come on. These movies would be a lot shorter if we were able to open these packages.
Right.
But I think people like watching us struggle. So,
yeah. They enjoy watching us.
Like, what is... Dude, like...
having difficulty.
Like, I don't even understand what is going on. Like, is this just a piece of tape wrapped around
They
us?
rejoice in our pain.
And we're not in our regular studio. If you guys noticed, we have a new setup. Okay, so yeah, he's got like elbow pad and his whoosh, whip. And yeah. So let's see if we can get this on him and make him look all Beastmanish.
Yeah.
The paint jobs are, I mean, again, these are retro looking figures, so they're made to look like their 80s counterparts, just with different articulation. So, right off the bat on Beastman, the heads are not rubber anymore either. Like the heads on the 80s, they used to just be rubber and you could squish them. These are not like that. He's got like, I don't even know what's going on with this hand. He's got like baby fingers. Like for Beastman, his hands seem kind of tiny.
Yeah, very small.
And again, I know that they were going for that same look to the 80s, but they could have done something with the extra hands, I think. He's got his little whip. Let's throw this other thing on him. The paint on this guy, on his little harness or whatever this is a little wonky. So like it definitely looks like they did some overspray around the middle blue part. It's just kind of a mess. That being said, again, still retro style He-Man figures with new articulation. I dig it. But again, I'm missing that power punch action. Like Beastman definitely doesn't have it. In fact, he just spins all the way around. Like, I just want him to like.
Oh, interesting how that belt is
Flip.
for the part around his neck.
Oh yeah, how it just. Yeah, that's exactly the way the original one was. Like it was just like a little strap down at the bottom, and then this thing went over his head. His head goes up and down too, though. That's a little different.
Yeah.
Usually it was just like side to side. Yeah, again, I like these figures. I kind of like my vintage ones better, though. Like I just kind of do.
Nostalgia.
Like power punch action was where it's at, guys. If you guys can like throw that in on the next wave, that would be super cool. So there's Beastman.
Next up, Tila. Oh man. Tila. Heroic warrior goddess.
She was a goddess.
She came with a little prop in the back too.
Beastman was the savage henchman.
Ta-da. Evil-Lyn was the evil warrior goddess. And this one's the heroic warrior goddess. They're the opposite. They're opposites.
The ferocious Beastman uses mind control to force animals to do Skeletor's evil bidding. I never knew that.
Is that what he does?
I guess.
Wow.
Like I don't remember that actually ever being a thing that he
That
would
seems
control beasts.
Cooler.
He was just-
that makes sense.
He was just Skeletor's whipping boy for the
Yeah,
most
I
part.
thought so.
Yeah. Huh.
I thought he was just called that because he looks like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just a beast man.
Judgment. That's horrible. All this tape, all this struggle.
Oh, we have
Like,
another
where
package
even
problem.
is the tape? Okay, you know what? It's going out
Just
this
rip
other
it.
way. Eee. She comes with a shield and a snake staff. There we go. I got tape on me. Oh, yeah. Okay. Evil-Lyn. Nope, that's not who this is. This is Tila. I'm still thinking about Evil-Lyn. She was so magical. This chick has this awesome cobra hat that wraps around her waist and buckles in the back. But she looks way cooler without it, I think.
I mean, she never wore that in the cartoons or anything.
She's not wearing it in that little comic either.
Yeah, like she
I
never, like I never even knew what that was
don't
for.
know what that is.
Like-
Maybe that's like for Halloween.
Plus, it's like Snake Mountain. Like Snake Mountain is Skeletor's place. Like snakes are like
Snake
snake.
Mountain.
The evil guy. Like, why does Tila have that? No
Maybe
one
it's a
ever explained
disguise, and then she can like
it. You could be right.
infiltrate the evil lair. Okay, let's see. This staff. There she goes. Now she has her shield, her staff. She's got a cool outfit on. All right. Her nice little updo and her crown. Again, the painting on the face looks pretty good. The actual shape of the face is a little bit weird from the side. She kind of looks like a caveman.
Huh.
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little smush or something. I don't know. But it's not like anything noticeable. That's really just me being extra. But yeah, I mean she moves in all the same places Evil-Lyn does. Yeah, these might be the same sculpt actually.
Points of articulation.
Because they have the same armor and boots and outfit. Yeah, these are the same sculpt, just different heads and painted differently. So she's just about the same as Evil-Lyn, just with more props and a cobra mask. They
Right.
even have like the same belt, everything.
So I could be wrong, because I'm not sure what they're counting as like articulation, but I'm counting 15 points of articulation on this Beastman. And the reason I'm saying that is because it keeps, on all these packages, it says new for 20. Now, does that mean 2020 or new for 20 points of articulation or what? Like, I don't understand that because nobody wants to remember 2020. Like, I mean, why? Why are we being reminded
Why?
it's the worst year ever? I don't know.
Yeah, they're like twins. They just
Yeah.
have different heads.
Well,
and
that one
paint
says
jobs.
evil warrior goddess and Tila says heroic warrior goddess.
Yeah, so they're the same.
But like in the cartoon, Evil-Lyn was Skeletor's.
Belle.
No.
His lover.
It was like her. It's
his
like
sister.
his witch. It was like his witch. Yeah.
His best friend.
And then she was just like the captain of the royal guard. Man at Arms is like daughter. Yeah. I don't know. Like
They couldn't have their own identity.
they could have just
Well.
gone with their own. They could have just gone with new backstories, like to
Yeah.
bring the new kids in.
New kids on the block. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what that snake thing's for.
they're cool.
Okay.
I accept.
Alright. I am gonna go with Man at Arms. So I've got Man at Arms here, and I don't know. This was always like a weird thing when I was a kid, because like and I don't remember which way it went. It was either the cartoon Man-at-Arms had a mustache and the toy didn't, or the toy had a mustache and the cartoon didn't. But this one has a mustache. So I'm even more confused about Man-at-Arms. Like, does he have a mustache? And then they never called him Man-at-Arms, they just called him Duncan. They were like, yo, Duncan.
That's because he got the donut.
I mean, that was, I guess, his real name. Yeah, that was always just weird for me. Like, Man-at-Arms.
The heroic master of weapons.
He's the heroic master of weapons, Man-at-Arms. He's not like, another thing is, like, he's not like all these other guys that's like Stinkor or, now I can't think of it, Skeletor, or they all have like an or at the end, like,
Man-at-Arms.
and they are definitely bound and determined to make sure that nobody steals these little accessories these come with.
Forget the figure.
Yeah.
Don't steal the accessories.
No. Because these are just taped all in, and now I've got like tape on my hands, and yeah, we're gonna have to highly edit these episodes, guys. All right.
Or so we say.
Yes.
No.
All right, so he's got his little battle staff, and then he's also got, let's see what we got here. He's got an armband and a leg band, and I got the armband out, but I'm fighting with getting the leg one out.
Oh wow, that's stretchy.
Oh, he's got like 3 things. Okay, so he's got a shoulder band, and this goes on his shoulder, I guess. I guess you armor him up, and that's why he's the master of weapons, just because like he's the only guy in Eternia
With weapons.
with armor.
That's true. They are all, it's just like a loincloth
Yeah.
and weapons, and just weapons and shields. Wow, yeah, nobody wears anything.
All right, and that goes on his
Makes
leg,
sense.
and I guess this other one goes on his arm, on his wrist. All right, so I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. They gave what was that movie? Scary Movie.
Yeah.
It was like the rip-off of the Scream movies.
Yes.
And then there was this one episode, or this one movie, I don't remember which one it was, but it was the one where that dude, he was like in Cabin Boy, and he was like Chris somebody, I don't know, but he had like the teeny tiny hand.
Take my
And he was like,
hand.
yeah, and he was like stuffing the turkey with it.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Man-at-Arms
Yes.
has got the teeny tiny hand, and so does Beastman. They've got like these weird little teeny tiny left hands.
That's my fanny.
Now on the on the original He-Man guys, that's kind of how the hands were. It was just like, you know, like a grab hand, and then like just an open hand that was for nothing. Like nobody ever used it for anything. But these ones are even smaller and just a little wonkier. Like, look at that. Like, that's my good hand. Like,
So this is a Trump hand.
yeah.
So.
I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
Easy small.
But, alright, so Man-at-Arms has his little battle club here. He's all armored up. He's got a stash. He kind of looks like Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, he
Like
does.
he's got like that Burt Reynolds thing going on. And,
He really looks like it.
Yeah. He's got like, you know. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. Again, I'm just confused by Man-at-Arms. This is maybe a carryover from my childhood. He's got you know, he's all one color green. They didn't really go any detailed, like, and that's the way they were back in the day. Like the bodies were all one color. They put like limited paint on it, and they just slapped them out to kids, and we didn't care.
Yeah.
And we liked it. Flippity flu. But yeah, I would say again, I like these figures, but I definitely like the old ones more. One more time, no power punch.
Aww.
But that's Man at Arms.
And of course, I have Skeletor.
Skeletor.
I love Skeletor.
Everybody loves Skeletor. He-Man.
I know, he has the best lines.
Yeah, he's the best.
And I love when he just like walks through that mirror and then just reaches his hand out and breaks it.
Yeah.
What's the science behind that,
I don't know.
man?
I mean,
it doesn't matter. He's
Eternian
Skeletor.
magic.
It does not matter. What does it say? Evil Lord of Destruction.
The evil Lord of... I never knew he was the evil Lord of Destruction. I thought he was just like Snake Mountain guy.
He's just a guy.
Hey, guy.
On Snake Mountain. Just chilling there.
Like old man Skeletor living up on Snake Mountain. like the Lorax or the Grinch. The truculent trees, He-Man.
I speak for the trees. Oh my gosh. All of this is so difficult. Of course, I had to have a ball at the end, so I can't just slide it off.
Slide it out.
I was like, no, sorry. This is stuck forever because tape. I can do it. Oh. I was like, oh, I can't.
No, you can't.
Apparently not, actually. Fail. You know, one thing these action figures do is make you give up very quickly. I was like, I'm already done with this.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Right. Come on.
Yeah, I think we still have rubber band on Prince Adam's leg. Yeah, it's just hanging there.
There are so many issues. The tape. Yeah, clear tape on clear plastic is hard to
that's not coming off.
hard to remove. Come on, staff. Here, don't you want to do this?
Yeah, I'll do this.
Thank you.
Oh, it just broke off at the end.
What are friends for?
You're just gonna
oh, perfect.
go like
This
that.
is beautiful. It's like when you try to open a lollipop.
Sorry, Mattel. Like we're
It just
trying.
never-
We're really
Never
trying.
works out for you. Oh man, that hand is not for grabbing this.
Right? They all have that one non-grabby
One
hand.
somewhat open hand and one grabby hand. All right, Skeletor. I love this mostly because I love Skeletor. It's almost the same as all the other ones, just a solid color with a different color loincloth. But he's got, of course, his special loincloth on top of his loincloth, and it straps in the back with a belt. And then his whole chest piece straps over the shoulders and in the back with belt as well. He's got his little bonnet on. Ooh, beautiful. His little face, glowing green and yellow. Yeah, all Skeletor things.
He's also got open mouth. Like
Yeah, he's like, "Ah."
that's like one of the first He-Man figures I think I've ever seen where their mouth was actually
Maybe it's
open.
to hold his knife. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
His sword is purple. I'm pretty sure it's just like that pink one
Yeah.
that the prince had, but purple. And I'm just gonna throw it onto his hand. Which way does this go? Because I don't think there's a way for this hand. There it is.
Yeah, there you
okay.
go.
There we go. I was like, is there a way this hand can hold this forward?
Yeah. There was
There we
literally
are.
only one way to do things on vintage He-Man figures.
Yeah. Because the back of the sword has little notches on it.
Yeah, that's.
Which
I'll show you that in a minute.
Oh, okay, great.
That's
I
it.
was about to say, which makes me think it should go somewhere else, but I don't see where. And this is, Skeletor's classic staff. It's got a ram skull on there. Pretty cool. Yeah. Classic Skeletor. He has some weird feet, man. I don't think I ever noticed these feet or shoes or whatever.
Yeah, he always had those three pointed weird toes.
What is this, a Triceratops foot? I don't know what kind of foot this is. That raptor foot.
Looking back, these He-Man figures were really super weird.
Yeah. It's a very interesting
I mean, Moss Man.
genre.
Like, Mossman legitimately smelled like pine. Like, they made the figure smell like pine.
You just invite him over so that he makes your house smell good.
Yes.
I love it. I love Skeletor.
Okay. Last, but certainly not least, I have He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. And he is modern posing with retro play. He comes with the same comic book. Yes, Beast Barrage. It's the same comic book. He is, of course, rubber banded in here.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me. Alright. Got the rubber bands this time. Alright, so, He-Man. Alright, so right off the bat, again, these look just like the originals, except He-Man's head looks a lot bigger. Like, his head looks too big for his body. They definitely did like a new sculpt. The original heads on these were just like squishy rubber. This they actually sculpted the hair on. He's got some eyebrows going. Alright, so bring Skeletor back for just a second. So back in the day, Skeletor and He-Man pretty much had the same thing. They had like the clip in the back and then the things that go over the shoulders. This He-Man's got a brand new thing. So it's just like a clip in the back, but they made it so he's got a little holster for his sword. I would have loved to see that on Skeletor too. Now, what we were talking about before with Charlie Rocket's stuff was He-Man's sword. So back in the day, He-Man and Skeletor, they each had half of the power sword. And both halves of the power sword make one whole purple and silver sword that I can't even put together because I'm stupid. But yeah, so you can still make the power sword like back in the day. This He-Man sword's a little wonky. Take that. But now He-Man has a place for his sword in the back of his little armor. So he also has the original figure, comes with a battle axe and a shield. I did notice that they definitely retooled some of the weapons. So like Beastman's whip looks pretty much the same. Teela and Evil-Lyn stuff, Evil-Lyn, her stuff, they all kind of look the same. I believe Teela's shield is different. Like Teela's shield on the original one just had a clip that would go over her arm. And so did He-Man's. And He-Man now has, he still has a clip to go over his arm, but he also now has a like a little thing to put his hand in. So he can put his little teeny tiny hand in that. And he can hold his battle axe. The battle axe is definitely not the same as back in the day. And his sword goes right there.
Yeah.
So, and now he can also ride his Battle Cat. So we've got, Battle Cat going on.
Yes.
So overall, guys, I like this line. I think it's super cool. I think it brings a new breadth of what we had to play with to new kids. Again, 100% bring back the Power Punch, guys. Like Mattel, if you're listening, you're probably not, but bring back the Power Punch. Like that would be super cool. This is the entire first wave. So for them to just pop all of these out at once is really cool too. And you know what? They're not super expensive. The He-Man figures have like a $12 price point.
Oh wow.
The Battle Cat was like $24, and I think the Prince Adam and the Sky Sled was like $30 maybe. So for maybe like $100, you can get a nice whole set of figures.
That's nice.
It's pretty cool. So yeah, whole new collection, whole new era of He-Man for 2020, even though nobody wants to remember 2020. So, do you have anything to plug?
Yes, you can find me at Charlie Rocket Cosplay on any social media platform. I'm also representing my awesome Masters of the Universe cosplay group. You can find us on Instagram or Facebook, MOTU 2020.
Yeah, and you can find us at www.the-variant.com, facebook.com/variantcovers, and at @the_variant_ on Instagram and Twitter. And since you're watching us on YouTube, click subscribe. You know, if you guys want to keep seeing more episodes and more cool toys. This is season 5, and we're just going to keep going until we get thrown off the air. So check us out, and we'll see you guys next week.